Hello, everyone. My name is Patience Blythe, and I am an educator, a public school educator in the Austin, Texas metropolitan area. I teach in a rural community about 30 miles outside of Austin, and I teach kids how to be creative. That may be a little bit wide and open for you guys, but that's in general what I like to say. That is what I teach. I have taught inquiry-based science before standardized testing took over. I've taught art, engineering, design, and now I teach computer science. I tend to follow what I like to say, follow the river of life where it takes me, but always emphasizing the power of creativity to help people transform their understandings of themselves and their abilities. So, this is about to be my 15th year in public education. As you all know, we have currently a pandemic going on that is altering all aspects of our life, but it's really altering the way we perceive school and the way students are interacting with school. So currently we're designing remote school, and we're also planning how do we have students in buildings once it's safe to do so. The solution to me is not the best. We're going to be having kids in rooms where they don't get to move, they don't get to interact with their teacher or each other as normal classmates. And so the challenge to create a space of creativity in that is quite huge. Some friends asked me, what do you need, Patience? Like, we want to give you some things for your classroom this year. I'm really lucky to have a network of support that has usually come to help me at this time of each year. But this year, I don't know what I'm going to need. The only thing that I know right now, as of this moment, August 12th, is that I will be in a room with 15 students. They will be learning all their subjects in that room. They will be eating breakfast in that room and lunch in that room. They won't be leaving unless they really need to, and we won't be having normal classes. All the students will be learning on their computers as if they were learning at home. And while I understand we have to standardize this process and make it fair and equitable for all students, I think that this is a real bummer. I think it's going to be weird and isolating and sad. So, my solution, my current idea is to make it as fun as possible. One of the things I want to do is bring in snacks. I want to bring in drinks. I want to wear interesting outfits. I want to listen to music and make this as welcoming and interesting as possible. Before this year started, I decided that I wanted my classroom to be more like a coffee shop than a classroom this year, especially with teaching high school students and with computer science. And I really wanted them to collaborate and be thinking about themselves as professionals in a space where they might be able to do professional work. Now, I'm not going to have a classroom like that, but I still can have the coffee shop. So, my Patreon account is going to be designed that if you were willing to support my classroom, that we are going to try to create a really awesome, functional, workable, but also creative workspace coffee shop kind of vibe in a classroom during COVID. This may sound super weird to you. I would ask you to just kind of go with it with me. And thank you for supporting me. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how we can give back to our Patreon subscribers. The best things that I can think of are going to be coming from students. So, as I work on this process, what I can promise you is that we will be creating things for you coming from them. Those may be things like cards, but they also may be videos, songs, all kinds of things that we could say thank you for supporting us. And I wanted to say thank you for supporting me as teacher. As I move forward with this, I strongly believe that there's going to be some really amazing highlights that come out of this experience that will be really challenging. And I figured that Patreon is a wonderful resource for creative people, and that since I'm focusing on teaching creativity, this is the right place for me to be this year. So once again, I really thank you for your support and for your attention, and I hope that you support your public school in your neighborhood, and I also hope that we all are able to get to a place where we realize that we are in this together, and the only way out is through, that we will make this we'll make it together and be stronger for the experience. So stay tuned, and I will be providing more details for Patreon subscribers. Thanks again, and I'll be posting up some examples of what I do in my classes so you can see. And feel free to contact me, of course, anytime, and follow me on Instagram, and we'll see where we go. This is the beginning of a very interesting year, and the beginning actually starts tomorrow. So thank you again, and best of luck to you. Hope you're taking care of yourselves and take care of someone else too.